So today I thought I would take a minute and show you another cool way that you can use technology in your classroom to teach about history or to teach about some event using a combination of tools. Today we're going to be using Google Earth, an iPad, and I'm going to be using Explain Everything. So inside of Google Earth, I went in and I looked up an area of the Battle of Gettysburg around the area of Devil's Den, so that we were able to talk about a particular aspect of the battle. And what we want the students to do is be able to use the skills that they've learned about the battle to show where some of the Union and Confederate forces were located and how they advanced and attacked during the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg. So I went into Google Earth, I looked up the Devil's Den area, and then I took a screenshot of that. So I held the home button and the power button and took a screenshot. I then went into Explain Everything and then loaded up this image that you see here on the screen into Explain Everything. From there, students are able to, you can have a rubric that says they have to identify key landmarks. So for example, they can say that this is Little Round Top and that this is Devil's Den. And this is the famous triangular field that happens inside of the battle, so that they're able to explain those types of things. From there, you can have them talk a little bit about the different aspects of the battle. So using this as a key point, you can say, okay, well, where were the Confederate forces and what Confederate forces were involved inside of the battle? So, for example, advancing in this direction was the 48th Alabama. And right next to them advancing in this direction was the 44th Alabama. And then back here we had guys from Georgia. So this was all advancing in this direction. So this was the 17th Georgia, the 20th Georgia, and I believe the 15th Georgia was right here. And they were all advancing against the Union forces that were listed along Houck's Ridge. So all the Union forces were along this line right here. So the Union forces came from back here and they headed in this direction, sort of in this way. Because out here along this line was the 99th Pennsylvania, and next to them was the 20th Indiana, and then the 86th New York, and then coming along in here was the 124th New York, and then in this area right in here was Smith's 4th Maine Battery. That was where the fighting happened, and they were also out here in this area. So Smith's 4th Maine was all in this area. But it just gives you an idea, and then they can say, well, the 48th Alabama moved to a position, and they went from there, and they came out here and moved their line and attacked, and how did they advance? There was a group of Arkansas, there was a 3rd Arkansas that came out this way, and they were able to do that. But it gives you a way the students can use maps that are available online and things that they've learned and accounts that they've learned about the battle to be able to use a tool and show you that they understand it, and then they can upload it to Google Drive or they can upload it to your LMS, whatever it may be, to be able to share their little story. So just another way that I'm using technology to teach a topic that might be foreign to the students and they might not truly understand.